Hi, buddy. My name is John Fisher. Welcome to AccreditedInvestmentLeads.com. What is oil and gas investment leads? Elementary, my dear Watson. I mean, an oil and gas lead is usually for a drilling venture. So what it is there's a whole pool of people, years and years and years, that have been doing these drilling ventures. Used to be general partnerships, then there were LLCs, then they became LLPs, and then lately they became private placements. And then they grew from the 504, 505, 506, where you needed a pre-existing relationship or a 30-day cooling-off period. And finally, a couple of years ago, they came out with the Reg D 506C, as in Charlie, a little c. And that one you could finally solicit. You don't have to worry about it having a pre-existing relationship or a 30-day cooling-off period. So what is an oil and gas investment lead? We sell people that broker-dealers have spoken to, called up, read them a definition of what an accredited investor is, and went ahead and qualified the guy. Hey, it's $50,000 a comfortable entry level for a first-time investment? Is it risk capital? Is it liquid? Those are important questions. And then they mail them a private placement memorandum. So you could go ahead and buy Info USA. You could buy Lead Genie. I don't even know those guys are still open. InvestorLeads.com. And, pretty much it's like modeled information, zip +4. Good luck with that kind of stuff. And it's good for certain things, but believe me, these guys have never been vetted. There's no way these guys are, they're accredited. And by the way, if you're doing a Reg D 506C, they have to be accredited. So you can't take a 60% guess because you don't want to, I almost let it go, because you want to pay 7 cents a name and you have some idea that you can spend $350 and raise millions. You're dreaming, buddy. You're dreaming. So your prices are 40 cents for 5,000. That's $2,000. As you do volume, they get better. Why don't we have 1,000 minimum anymore? I mean, if you really, really close me, I may do it. But you're going to hurt yourself. Let me tell you why. The iPhone has a feature called Silence Call. And if they're not in your phone book, when they call, it goes right to voicemail. If I sell you 10,000 names, you're only going to reach 5,000. I don't know how many are going to pick up, but 5,000. The other 5,000 are going to go straight to voicemail. So if you ever heard the expression, the numbers game, I know you guys hate that. I don't want to hear about the numbers game because you want more money. Well, I didn't cause this, you did. And by the way, let's take it a step further. The Do Not Call has 250 million people on there. 250 million people. I'm hoping they change that, or maybe give you guys some exemptions or some licensing or something. But let me tell you, I just don't know. I don't think it's sustainable. But anyway, what is an oil and gas investment lead? The bottom line is, it's a guy that's looking to invest in an oil and gas venture. Drilling ventures. People put together a game plan. Hey, we have this lease. We're going to go ahead and drill a hole. And, if we hit oil, hopefully, we're talking 30 barrels a day. You'll own 1/25th of it. 1/25th of blah, 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 per week is, this much money. And, that's what they're trying to pitch you on, is having an existing well that's producing. The settle production is good enough to, give you 10, 15, 20%. And let me tell you, there's some Louisiana wells that are ridiculous, big wells. You go to Pennsylvania, I would never touch Pennsylvania with a 10-foot pole. I would never sell you a Pennsylvania lead. We don't have Pennsylvania leads at salesleads.tv or accreditedinvestmentleads.com. Matter of fact, you're going to think I'm gross and this is going to piss you off, but hey, you know what? I have no filters. When we get a Pennsylvania lead, we throw it in the urinal and we piss on it. It's the most outrageous state ever. It's the most over-regulated state ever. And why would I ever sell you a state that if you dial that number, you're guilty as charged, and you just, no matter what, you're going to have a problem with Pennsylvania. You don't need Pennsylvania. And by the way, I hesitate to sell you Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Hawaii. I will not sell you California. California got that rule where I'm supposed to have a portal where the citizens of California could opt in or opt out. And guess what? I don't want to have nothing to do with California. I really don't. And, so it's a beautiful thing where I could just not worry about anybody in California calling me up and saying, hey, you're selling my people's names. And after the fires, I don't think they got any money left anyway. But anyway, sorry about that. Getting back to the actual reason we're doing this video, and that is an oil and gas investment lead is exactly, I hope I clarified it to you. These are pretty simple questions. I don't know that so many people ask them. I mean, the volume on that keyword is ridiculous. If you have any questions, feel free to call me, John Fisher, accreditedinvestmentleads.com, 561-239-0364. Have a beautiful day and God bless.